it shows that the taxman probably doesn't have a really complete control over semi-bots. So semi-bots might have mind of their own, which kind of explains um some of the odd structures that they see, with like a semi-bot holding a skull in the museum map. Um, I'm not sure. But let me dig that out. We could hang on. Let me try to see if we can analyze a little bit more on that. Uh, it is interesting to note. So this one is one of the sculptures in Repo. We see a we see a semi-bot, obviously, uh, and then it's holding a skull. Somehow it's crying oil. I don't know why, but that's a semi-bot. However, we are mentioning a semi-bots want to be caught by the humans. I'm assuming this is by the human group, given we know that the human group is constantly camping out, like isn't completely camping in uh in the Museum of Humanoids. We know for a fact that there's a lot of camps because we have seen the camps. We have seen people like staying there. We have seen cars like flying in or something. So, hi Kev. Um, how have you been? But yeah, we have seen cars like jamming in the middle of the museum. We have seen like campsites, people taking mining tools in the Museum of Humanoids. So I feel like we are safe to assume whatever that's happened in the museum, it would be it would be basically the human group would be responsible by whatever that happened in the museum. It's all human groups doing in the museum. That is one of the major factions. Yes, we are doing repo law because in repo there's a lot of law to solve. Currently it looks something like this. It's have a completely different setup. We have like four different factions right now. We have a human group. Um, we also have a taxman and a semi-bots. That's one group. The Magenic is Magenic. Swiftbroom Academy and Hatman Manor is one thing. Because they are highly closely related. That's why I grouped them into one. This is basically what happened, and I'm guessing, I'm just hypothesizing. There are two chains of events. One of them happens around in the 2080s, which is the Swiftbroom side, and then another one happened in the late 2090s, which is the Magenic side. Two of them happened, and then basically caused the whole thing to fail. And the museum stuff has happened much later than that, which is probably sometime around here. So this blue thing is somewhere around, I'm guessing, where the museum has happened. I'm not sure exactly when, but that is where I'm guessing it happened. Yeah, it's a lot to take in. Repo law is a lot. Um, because we have like the last year of Swiftbroom. Taxman emergence is definitely something that humans have emerged. Like they know each other, so it's way before society collapse. So it must be before Swiftbroom. Why? Because we see in the Museum of Human Arts, we have seen pictures depicting people hate on the taxman, as in properly painted paintings. I believe one of them is like painting of the taxman on fire. Some of them is the semi-bots eating the earth. So we have a lot of different depictions of people disliking the taxman in a formal sense. So I'm guessing it was happening before whatever the catastrophe happened in Swiftbroom or Magenic, or both chains of events. No, no, but probably the Magenic, because by I don't know, is it by this time? Um, the museum is the last remnants of humans. The museum is not Magenic. Magenic happens before museum. I'm guessing. I'm guessing because we don't have an actual timing. But given how much stuff has been run down, And why would the humans be even camping in the museum in the first place, as in like the last stronghold or last meeting center from whatever the what's that called, the graffiti that we have seen in in the museum. I'm guessing the museum is happened in this period, which is happened after Magenic. So Magenic is probably when humans were still more like a society, and now it has completely fractured into different local groups. Swift Broom is happened way before that, given we have the last class of 87 picture on the wall. That was the last picture, so I'm guessing that was the last year of it. Because normally, if you're in an academy, as in like more like college, in as in England sense, Harry Potter, they always put up the most recent year's class photo. So with this in mind, I'm guessing Swift Broom Academy ended in the year of 2087 or 2088, depending on different education system. I'm not sure. Uh, I don't know where Swift Broom is located, so I can't say sure for sure where that is. We can tell Magenic is definitely in Greenland, from different numerous evidence. Given first we have a Danish flag, Greenland is a part of Denmark. It's an autonomous region of Denmark. We also have the Arctic logo sticked on there. There's heavy snow on there. With these two, we can basically deduce it is definitely Greenland, not Denmark. I know a lot of people have like saying suggesting it's Denmark, but no, I don't think it's Denmark. Unless it is nuclear winter. That could be a possibility. But only if it's nuclear winter, with the temperature dropped so much that it could be Denmark, or else it must be Greenland. Because Denmark doesn't have that much snow, puffins do not live there. Because on the plague that the Arctic station was on, there is a puffins. Puffins do not go to Denmark. We have it in England, in Ireland, in Iceland, and Greenland, not Denmark. So this one basically indicates where the station is, unless the nuclear winter slammed in so much and then it changes the puffins' habitat completely. That Greenland is completely inhabitable, and then they had to move to Denmark. Then that's a completely different story. Um, but I'm guessing it's not that severe, even though there is a lot of nuclear fallout. But it is not an impossibility. But the likelihood is low. So that's why I'm saying it's definitely Greenland. And that was the last day of Magenik. People probably have left in a rush. So because we don't see any bodies like skeletons in there. Meanwhile, we see skeletons in the roadside, the service station. I think there's one in the tutorial, and there's also another one in the what's that called? That Headman Manor. Oh, we also have one in Swiftbroom Academy, which is had the purple hat. Which I say, if the purple hat is not the headmaster, then probably the headman is. But the headmaster, if it is headmaster is the purple guy, the purple hat guy, the headman is not the headmaster. But these two are likely to be very linked together because there is some depiction in Swiftbroom saying it is the headmaster. But what is the headmaster? We do not know. There's a lot of mobs that I'm unable to explain. This is the updated mods page that I kind of linked everything up. We know for a fact that this clown guy is definitely related to Swiftbroom because it has this laser blob here. This laser blob should be the same laser as the staff, and the same laser of the staff would be used in the museum. This is how it kind of connects together. So you would never imagine like how if we dig deep into all sort of different how they the mechanics and stuff like that. And then the newest theory that I'm guessing is the family of the Robe, the Loom, and the Shadow Child. You might be thinking like, how do these connect together? So first we look at the Robe. So I'm guessing because I just went into Repo yesterday or the day before to gather some information, and I got this Gregory Mittens. Uh, Somehow Gregory Mittens. Let me remove this one. Gregory Mittens looks very coincidentally similar to the Robe. If we look closely, we see um a shirt overhead, a shirt overhead, um, and then a bed sheet around. We can't see the bed sheet here, but we see the the head. The shirt is overhead. This one is the shirt overhead as well. If because it screams, this is the mouth. This is the eye. Oh my god, I draw so goofy. Oops. Oh my god, the road becomes so goofy. But yeah, the hands is here. So the hands looks similar on the poster. Um, so that's why I'm guessing probably this rope guy is Gregory Mittens. And with the mechanic, I am deducing the loom, which is the granny, the shadow child, and the rope is similar because all of them has a similarity of they have all have black shirts or clothing. They, their attack style is both using their hands. Nothing uses hands in in I mean there are some other use hands, but as in like humanoid figure uses hands as in their attack. Only these three uses them. Other stuff uses everything else. You know, the alien uses gravity, the headman bites, the Rugrats throw things at you, even the screamer just screams at you. The tung 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 sahur, I mean. But this family, if it is a family, um, they all use hands, either to grab you, to clap you, or to just I don't know what the rope does, but it just crackles their fingers and just do whatever to you. So the mechanic is dangerously similar to each other, and I feel like these three must have been related instead of just three separate unsolved entities. So they could be uh, a family together. I don't know if the rope, because I know the rope makes some kind of noise, but it's illegible. The loom also makes some noise, but it's also illegible. Shadow Child make one very distinctive noise. Yoink! Hopefully I have portrayed that properly. But that yoink um, is one of its distinctive sound it makes, which means the Shadow Child must have been human, or as in human as some sort. Uh, we know how. Let me drag the loom and the Shadow Child over. This is the loom. Uh, it has a very dark shirt, similar to the rope. Its face somehow looks the tone looks similar to the ropes, as well as the Shadow Child's. It's all black and white, as in black and white tone. That's why I'm guessing they are the same. Also, have you thought of why the rope is called a rope, not the nun, the no face guy, whatever? Because we all have all we came up with our different names and just called it that way. But have we ever thought of why the rope is called a rope? Rope is a clothing that people wear indoors, you know, bathrobes, or they wear to the swimming pools, or they wear out of bath and then they go to sleep in ropes. People do that. Um, and then we have here wrapping around a bed sheet. The white portion is the bed sheet. Bed sheet with rope. Rope is for sleeping, used in bed, while bed sheets are used also in bed. See the resemblance here? That's why I'm thinking the rope is Gregory Mittens. This is my hypothesis. I'm guessing the rope is Gregory Mittens, and the loom, rope, and Shadow Child forms a family. This is the newest linkage I have been able to make. The rest I don't know. The Oogly might be linked to the cleanup crew given their radioactive nature. The cleanup crew could be a mutated version because of the uranium fallout, same as the Trudge. The Trudge is a humanoid thing that have changed it into whatever happened to that. I don't know how it changed, how it linked to the others, but that's probably one of the possible theory. Um, the Peeper and the Speward probably would be came from the same uh, backstory or similar backstory, given they're both body parts. These guys are just animals and plants, because this is a Venus flytrap that could probably formed from the Swift Broom. The animal and duck probably formed from also the uranium fallout, because we do see a lot of mutated animals in, well, Chernobyl. So yeah, we have the Huntsman. Huntsman is one of the weird one. I don't know how to describe. The Huntsman is odd one out. So yeah. Anyway, we have the rope and this one here. So currently we have we know what happens in the museum is all by the human group. The Magenic is by the Magenic people. Swiftboom is by Swiftboom. Uh, so what exactly went down there? I'm not sure. Or what exactly semi-bots are, or why even they're called semi-bots. This is another question for another day. Um, but from this screenshot alone, we can tell that semi-bots are not completely underneath control of taxmen. Taxman might lose a feel because it wanted to be. What does it mean wanted? It's volunteered to do so. It wishes to be. It's not forced to be. That means this bot is not being forced in captivity. It's willing to be in captivity by the humans. That means if we have a very dark theory, this is a dark theory that I had in mind. Semi-bots are made from humans. This is a very dark theory, but I'm guessing. Or else, why would some semi-bots just wanted to be caught? Just like in Minecraft, some of the Endermen they were able to teleport out of the Ender to basically kind of sacrifice themselves to let the the, the now player to go into the Enderworld and free them from the Ender Dragon. So it could be the same thing happened here. Some semi-bots voluntarily sacrificing themselves to be caught by the humans and probably to be studied by the humans. And which is why possibly why the human group hates Taxman so much, because somehow the Taxman's group have made these humans into semi-bots, and which is why there is a crying semi-bot holding a human skull, because they always remember the origin or something like that. But I feel like I'm over interpreting the whole thing. Anyway, that is possibly a theory. I'm sure people have addressed it, but I feel like this is even more confirming the fact maybe semi-bots aren't just robots. They might be once humans, but forcefully made into robots. Or else it wouldn't just explain this, or unless it is glitches. But I feel like would it just be glitches to make them this close to humans? Because we know a fact that from the training ground in museum, I haven't managed to be able to get a screenshot of that, but in the training grounds in the museum level, we know the group are hunting down the semi-bots. They're actively hunting down, fighting them. They're training themselves to fight the semi-bots. We just haven't met any guy from uh like alive humans from uh, uh, uh in the process. So somehow they may have lost the law, they may have lost everything, but they might have still survived, and they are still actively hunting down semi-bots. I'm pretty sure semi-bots know this, and yet they still decided to sacrifice themselves. So see the relationship there? Possibly the human soul that still kind of remained control the semi-bots to let them to let the humans know what has happened went down the line in the taxman, and which could be one of the major reasons why the human group is so hostile to the taxman and semi-bots. And possibly, and very possibly, like this is I'm just guessing, but there is a possibly probability that this huntsman is one of the alive humans still on Earth that's still hunting down the semi-bots. They are still defending their own rights. Maybe. Just maybe. But he could be dead. We don't know. Um, Given they have trained themselves, it is not that far-fetched for the huntsman to continue hunt down the semi-bots. Because by that point, I'm pretty sure the huntsman probably would be on their own by that point. If he's an undead, then probably by that point he is only alone and he died alone. Which the semi-bots are the ones who raided his property. That's why that's why maybe not. Maybe not. I'm really not sure. I'm completely stretching it. Uh, for the huntsman to defend his at least one's property, or maybe it's an undying soul that left behind, continuous to drive the body to do it. So when it hears any sound make, it just indiscriminately fires. He is blind. We know he's blind. So maybe he at least once assumed before he died. Maybe he once assumed any noise made is by the semibot, given how clumsy the semibot could be. We know how clumsy we are. We just constantly knock stuff over, smashing stuff, this and that. Um, Maybe it was the semi-bot in their lore is meant to be this clumsy. Maybe they are clumsy. They are not perfect robots, or else the taxman would just won't just throw them into the disposal arena if they fails. So obviously they are clumsy. Uh, although we are very clumsy because we just like to cause chaos. But yeah, the semi-bots themselves are clumsy, and hence they will make sound. And maybe the now undead Huntsman still holding on to whatever that's happened to his house or his residence. And then whenever the semi-bots came, it could create a lot of noise and it just fires. So that's why it fires at the source of the sound. Because semi-bots normally would be close to the sound, as in how we play, and then when we make sound, we normally would be near. So that's why the Huntsman could easily get us. Um, but that could also be seen because the Huntsman is blind. He can't. He doesn't know what sound is or isn't made from the semi-bots. So that's why if like say an animal just randomly completely just going panic mode, just raging around the map, the Huntsman actually fires at the animal because at this point he is unable to distinguish the sound that is made from a semi-bot or something else, or maybe just general random like things falling down, for example. So but I'm pretty sure that he once is conscious, but now is no longer conscious. Possibly an undead soul still clinging onto his body. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, also there's a very fun thing that I haven't mentioned. But yeah, the developers actually tweeted the oogly to us. Let me show you the screenshot I get in the museum. We actually have the screenshots of whatever that is because we have a lot of paintings in the museum that we would be able to use. Let me find it quickly. Oh, also, oh yeah, we actually have been tweeted by this dog. I just realized it. You know the dog that we need to pet? It's in one of these paintings. It's in one of these paintings. Oh my god, I just realized this. Because I know the oogly is definitely one of them. I have predicted the oogly because that one I have successfully predicted, but I didn't predict this one. Let me find out where the oogly is. I have the thing. I believe I have the screenshot. Let me just find. Oh yeah, this is the screenshot I was mentioning earlier with the depiction of burning the taxman. Um, yeah, I have keep myself a lot of screenshots on from the museum. There's really a lot to solve. I know it's crazy. That's a duck. Um, Let me see. Where is the thing? That's the spider. Nope, that's the spider. Where is it? Must have left it somewhere. Give me one moment. This one. Yeah, the museum is literally full of lore. This one. Uh, Let me pull up Oogly. Let me put up Oogly. Where is Oogly? This guy. Oh. See the resemblance? The eye? They are both an insect. This is for sure. This is a cartoonic expression of that, I would say. No worries. Good luck at work. But yeah, these things are the feathers in here. They are both an insect. So the game definitely have put Oogly in there before. So we know. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the museum that was tweeted. There's still a lot of them I just can't answer. There's some code or something I just don't know. I probably need some, I don't know, maybe computer science people may be able to answer that for me. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, these are the codes that I have talked about. I tried some the decipher, failed. I got nothing. These two are the main codes. I don't know like what they are talking about. Please do help. The help will be very greatly appreciated. But yeah, I guess that will be because this is the biggest update that we have. So hopefully, uh, when I continue to explore Repo the map, we would get more data and more evidence of something else. Meanwhile, we will be able to solve the rest of the stuff. Anyway, with that, I would end today's stream, given how much stuff we have covered. That's a lot. But yeah, I will see you next time.